So let's talk about goal setting and the fear that gets in the way of it. So I've had a goal for a little while that I wanted to start running again. Now you may be looking at that saying, so what's the big deal? Go run. Well, you may or may not know that I had brain surgery just about 2 years ago. It was 2 years, December 1st. And then after that, I had 5.5 weeks of radiation treatments. And if you've ever had radiation, you know that one of the side effects is exhaustion, and it can take a while till it dissipates. Well, I kept getting this thing in my head that I really wanted to get it back to working out. Now, before my surgery, I was really active. I started running in my late 40s, and then I started doing triathlons when I was 50. I went back to skiing at 51, so you could always find me out on the slopes when there was snow. And then I learned how to mountain bike, even doing downhill mountain bikes on the ski slopes that I had been on. So I'm a person who likes to be outdoors and active. So why is this such a big deal? Well, part of the side effects of my surgery was double vision and positional vertigo, as well as balance issues, and I'm partially blind now. But I still wanted to get back to it, and I couldn't figure out how to get past the fear. And I started thinking about it. There's so many things that I have done in my life that I just said, fuck you, fear, and I went ahead and did it. I was told I'd never run. I started running in my 40s, and so on and so on. So my friend Rachel worked a thing out with me, and she said, okay, we're going to set a goal. What's your goal? Once a week, I'm going to do it. And the weeks went past. It was a fear. And I started thinking about it, and it wasn't a fear that had basis in reality. I mean, true, I did have double vision, but it's dissipated for the most part. I did have balance issues, but I worked on it by going to play golf again over the summer. So what was the big deal? And I realized it was a fear that what if I couldn't do it? What if I couldn't start running again? What if I can't get on my bike? What if when it snows and I go to the ski slopes, I can't do what I used to do? So again, I was like, well, fuck that. So today, I put on my running shoes and I put on one of my old running jackets that I love so very much. And I said, you know what? Just go and walk up and just walk and see. And while I was walking, I had a better pace than I've had in a really, really long time, because most of the time people have to slow down because I can't keep up. And I started looking at it. Wow, this is a pretty good pace. Let me pick up my feet a little bit. Well, by the end of it, I had done 1.5 miles, and I probably ran almost 3/4 of it. And I ran the last half mile without stopping at a pretty good pace. Not the pace I used to be, but it was a pretty good pace. So all of this is to say a couple of things. One, if you don't get your goals right off the bat, don't give up. Figure another way around and break it up. I'm not going to go out and swim, bike, and run for 4 or 5 hours like I used to. I had to take the first step. And that was putting on my running shoes a couple of days ago. But today I did it. And the other thing is, people say, fear is a construct, it's all made up. Yeah, but it really does impact how we perceive things. But sometimes you have to step into it. You have to step into the void. And maybe it doesn't work out the first time, and that's okay. Certainly I'm not running the way I used to. But I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to give up. And the next thing that's up is I'm getting back on my bike, because I cannot wait to feel the wind in my face. Now, I was told by my doctors, take it a little bit easy. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So if you have something that you're thinking about doing and you want to do, take the first step. Find people around you who will support you and cheer you on, and hold your hand when you say, I didn't do it or whatever. But whatever it is, go do it. Get out of your own way. So there you have it. If you have questions about how I did it, leave me a comment. and let's talk.